Two dudes with attitudes, let's go. Welcome to the pod every Wednesday, back to represent. Two dudes with attitudes, yeah, here comes the main event. Every week it's the dudes from the east and the west, breaking down everything you've seen and the best of the best. Came together on TikTok, hit it off from the jump, now they never gon' stop. Shooting star, PRS, you can hit the follow. My wrestling opinion is someone you should all know, and they call him MWO. Yeah, it's rich on the flow, and I thought you should know. Two dudes in the mood that be dropping the jewels. This is not for the fools, this is just how we do. Talking WWE, no one is touching the team. Cool, calm, collected, the methods will be. You can hit the 5 stars when it's time to rate on whatever platforms. Two dudes, get it straight, yeah.
Welcome back to the best pro wrestling podcast in the world. Two dudes with attitudes, a wrestling podcast. As always, I am Mr. MWO, and with me is Sami Zayn's papa, Mr. Shooting Star Press. What's going on, my man?
It's another week, man. Another busy week where we have wrestling every single night, and it is crazy.
And I've been skipping Rampage, and I think I need to watch it because the Acclaim had things like as soon as I stopped recording it. Now, like everything, like seriously, they're like, let's get another show and then make Rampage pop in because now I don't watch it, and it's like the best thing on TV. So cool beans. So I got to record that, but yeah, man, we had Collision, we had SmackDown, Collision, Forbidden Door, Raw. NXT is happening right now, which I'll watch tomorrow. I'm recording it. No spoilers, comments.
No.
And then we got Dynamite tomorrow, right into SmackDown, Collision, Money in the Bank, Collision. We're like, I don't even know how I can live a life.
I know.
This free job is like killing me. You know what I mean?
I know this job that we don't get paid for is starting to wear me out.
Well, let's start getting paid. Come on, man. Let's start
working on it.
Doing it. But anyway, we got a lot to go through. We got to go through Raw, SmackDown, Raw, and prediction time. So let's jump into SmackDown, my man. It is WWE Summer Tuesday, normally Wednesday. Now it's Tuesdays. And we're going to start off with some SmackDown. And, you know, I want to start off with the tag team women's, before the men's, the women's unification title match. And I actually thought this was better than what it should have been. I thought Dawn and Fire had a great match, and I actually truly enjoyed them getting in, I don't know, like 90% of the offense, I think. They had a lot, I would say 90-10, maybe 80-20, but it was a lot of their offense. They dominated the entire match. They were kicking Ronda's butt. It looked like Ronda was frustrated with Shayna Baszler the whole match. Like she was like, tag me. I really enjoyed it. I think Dawn and Fire showed out for losing. Obviously, we knew they were going to lose. I'm a little confused that on Raw, Ronda just came out with her normal belt again. They didn't do anything with it. No double, not collecting like Roman is. No like new belt, just straight. Just let's throw these NXT ones in the trash and move on with their lives. But I want to say there was a few good things that came out with this. We talked about this last week, and I will say they didn't copy us this time, because I'm assuming they had this in the works. But I do like that now they announced that they will fight on all 3 brands, which is super cool because there's not enough females to have a tag team in every show. So I like now. I would love to see Ronda and Shayna kick some butt in NXT, SmackDown, Raw. Ronda's, I know the draft has sucked and it made no sense, and they've just kind of let anybody do anything, but I do like this. I do like the champs can go show for show, and that's what they should have done to begin with. Don't draft the champs. Champs got leverage. They get to be on all the shows until they lose. Then when they lose, throw them on a show. But I actually liked the match. I liked it all. Great way to unify. Great way to show out. What'd you think? The right people won too. I mean, these women, Ronda and Shane, are scary. They're legit. They can kick our butts in real life, so I'm all for it. What'd you think?
Yeah, I love this. I thought this, it's a good way to use Ronda and Shayna. If you're not going to have them in the solo title picture, have them dominate the women's tag team picture. And I thought Alba Fire and Isla Dawn showed out. And I think WWE has gotten too of these call-ups so far completely right from NXT. And we're going to talk about the other one they've gotten right next.
Another tag team too. Not
Another
even
tag
solo,
team, yeah. And they've gotten it right with Isla Dawn and Alba Fire, and they've just let them be themselves. They haven't tried to change their gimmick. They haven't tried to change who they are. I like that they brought their NXT titles. At first, when they drafted them, it was kind of head scratching, like, what are they doing?
Yeah.
And then now that they've unified the titles, I think it was a wise decision. And now Ronda and Shayna are going to be going to NXT. They're going to be on Raw. They're going to be on SmackDown, which makes sense because they are the true undisputed women's tag team champions. And I think it's a good way to spread the wealth and get them some exposure and get some other people in NXT, especially some more exposure against two of the best women on the roster. So I think it's a good way to use it. And I think it's a good way to build the women's tag team division, which has been really, really stagnant outside of Raquel and Liv. There really aren't other true women's tag teams. Maybe Sonya Deville and Chelsea Green, they were just kind of thrown together and they've seemed to make it work. But yeah, I like what they've done with Alba Fire and Isla Dawn. I know they lost, but they showed out. They looked good. They didn't get squashed. They got a lot of the offense in. Yeah, I thought it was a good way to do it, and I think I'm glad that they've gone this direction with the women's.
Yeah. And NXT got some love, man. I mean, I don't want to jump to Raw, but a certain NXT champion was on Raw, and they had a huge NXT, like it was ECW, AEW getting chanted. So it's kind of cool to see NXT getting that love. You can see my belt behind me. I mean, I'm all about the NXT brand. So it was nice to see them get some love on this show.
Yeah.
So, yeah. And they've been, we'll get into it more, but some of them have been showing out. So we'll get there. We'll get there. We'll get there.
Yeah. And speaking of NXT and that other tag team I was referring to, I'm digging Pretty Deadly right now. I think these guys.
Yes, boy.
What's crazy is I like them more now than I did when they were in NXT. And I don't know why. They just didn't click with me in NXT. And they're the exact same. Like their characters haven't changed. Their gimmick hasn't changed. But for whatever reason, it's landing with me on the main roster than it was in NXT. And maybe
so you didn't like them in NXT.
I didn't hate them in NXT, but I didn't. I just wasn't as.
You're feeling them more now.
Yeah, I'm digging them more now. And I thought because when they were in NXT, they kind of reminded me of Breezango with the Fashion Files and some of that stuff.
All right.
And and I was just like, but now, man, like they're killing it. And I think I gained a lot of respect for them at Stand and Deliver when they were the host of Stand and Deliver and how entertaining they were. And the Stand and Deliver, like the promo, so the ability.
Yeah.
And they did it again on SmackDown. They beat the Street Profits, and then they in a match where it looked like we say this every time the Street Profits lose, but it looks like
who lost, right?
Yeah, Angelo Dawkins took the loss, and he looked pretty frustrated and mad afterwards, and looked like maybe they're setting up a Street Profit breakup. We say this every week, but and then next week they'll wrestle again and see what happen, and maybe that'll be the time. But but they were also the guest on the Grayson Waller effect, and I've been dogging Grayson Waller's effect since he came to the main roster, and I feel like this one really knocked it out of the park. They had all three of those guys, and I think it's because they knew each other from NXT. They worked together in NXT, and they had just chemistry. It worked. It didn't feel forced. Grayson Waller was going along with them. Their promo of what we did to them? Oh, we beat them. Like just everything. Their
I like that they called out every single tag team they didn't beat and said. They even said the Hit Row came in and we beat them in 10 seconds. It was like awesome.
Yeah, everybody. And the Street Profits. Oh, we beat them. Like all it was all just good stuff. And I'm torn now. I really am torn because on SmackDown this week they're gonna have the tag team title match because for whatever reason it's not going to be on the Money in the Bank card, which is baffling to me. But it's going to be Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn versus Pretty Deadly on the SmackDown in London before Money in the Bank, and I'm torn because I really like Pretty Deadly. They're killing it right now, but I don't know if it's time to take the belts off of KO and Sami. I'm really torn on this one, but no, I like what they're doing with Pretty Deadly. They have knocked it out of the park, and they're just letting them be themselves. They're not changing their characters. They're not changing their gimmicks. They're giving them mic work. They've got charisma. They've got the look. They can go in the ring. These guys are the real deal.
I agree, and I've loved Pretty Deadly since day one. Since I saw them in NXT UK, which I barely ever watched, but I heard of them when they came over and won 2-time NXT Tag Team Champions. And when they came over, I think on one of our shows I compared them. I said they're basically the Rockers, but with Shawn Michaels after the Rockers. So they were like that, sexy boy Rockers type of tag team where, one of the best parts of that tag team match is when I don't know why I'm blanking his name. He put on his shirt. He ripped his shirt off of one of them, put on his shirt, and then like did a high fly, flip or whatever in his little bra above the boob shirt. It was awesome. I mean, the Street Profits are money. I know I've been saying I want them to break up forever. I do, only because I believe in them and I believe they can go solo. But it was a good match. And when they wrestled, I got a little nervous. I was like, okay, the Street Profits are going to get this like push on the Grayson Waller effect. Like you said, the first good Grayson Waller effect episode. Pretty Deadly carried the ish out of that and did it well. And Grayson Waller still looks, I mean, he once again was like cheering Pretty Deadly, cheering the Street Profits. He looks lost. And that's another day. Maybe we do a live one day on TikTok to talk about that nonsense. But it's like he does look lost. He looks like there's everything that he was great at. They like took it from him and were like, "Yo, you're not gonna do that anymore. Let's take it all from you." And then I don't know. But then
they've kept everything that worked on Pretty Deadly and Isla in Alpha 5. Like,
yes,
why are they taking it away from Grayson but keeping it on Pretty Deadly?
And why are they working, right?
Yeah.
I mean, even with Carmelo on Monday, which we'll talk about, they kept him. He was there. He was Carmelo freaking Hayes. He wasn't, Butch Hayes. You know what I mean? He was who he was. Although, okay, really quick. Hayes. I know we're at Franklin. It's Franklin Hayes. I like it. I'm gonna get a shirt. Franklin is money. But we have
Franklin don't miss.
Yeah, Franklin don't miss. That's on my village.
Frank with the bank. Yeah, Frank in the bank.
Dude, if he was in Money in the Bank, that would be
I know.
But I want to get into, because the name changes really quick. We do have to admit, though, that Gunther is a better name than Walter. Can we all admit that now? Because I know the whole world was so up in arms when we got rid of Walter. When you think about Walter, that name sucks. Gunther is such a good name, especially now that Ludwig does the whole, you know what I mean?
Ring General. Yeah.
Gunther, the Ring General.
Yeah, you can't be like the Ring General. Walter.
If you're Walter, Walter's such a white, goofy name when Gunther is that good German or whatever name they're trying to go for. But but I love it now. I agree with you. Pretty Deadly's money, and maybe we should do add in that SmackDown prediction with our predictions at the end. Let's see who we think's gonna win. Maybe we should do that. Speaking of predictions, I want to talk about L.A. Knight. I don't know what he's doing. But LA Knight has been used so god-awful lately. We've talked about that. He didn't go to WrestleMania, which was in LA, baby. You were here. We were there. They didn't push him on the next pay-per-view. The only time he wrestled was against a guy who doesn't even wrestle anymore in the organization. He lost in a stupid Mountain Dew match. And then he never talked about it again. Then he started jobbing at everybody on SmackDown or Raw, whatever brand he was on then. And now, all of a sudden, he's starting to get some wins, starting to kind of match it up. And he got pitted up against Rey Mysterio. And I'm not going to lie, I was like, damn, they're going to have LA Knight lose the SmackDown before the SmackDown of Money in the Bank. He's got to be the favorite, right? Let's see what's going to happen. And he got a clean kind of win against Dom. Did that stupid finish. LA Knight does have the worst finisher in the game. We got to get him a new finisher. I can't stand that finisher. Maybe you like the Skull Crusher or whatever they're calling it, but I don't dig it. I think it's a stupid. It looks like he's going to stun you, but then he doesn't. I don't know. It's dumb. It looks like he's still trying to be the Rock and Stone Cold. I said it on my TikTok. A couple of people got offended. They're like, LA Knight's just being LA Knight. He's not somebody else. I'm like, he's a 100% the Rock and Stone. If the Rock and Stone Cold had a baby and it was possible, they would have birthed LA Knight. That's literally, he grew up. Everything about him. He even was talking like the Rock in his promos this week. But anyway, it's working. He's money. Dude is pumping on all cylinders. His promos are great. Everything he's doing is great. He has some backstage like TikTok promos that were great. Everything he's doing is money. But LA Knight beating Rey Mysterio. I know Rey Mysterio's been losing a lot lately, but still, Big win for LA Knight. Congrats on that. What do you think? What do you think? Don't say a prediction, but is he pumping on all cylinders? He's that guy right now? Is he starting to kind of rebound from his awful beginning?
Yeah, and I said a few weeks ago that it was hard for me to take him seriously as a legit threat to win Money in the Bank or be the top contender for the world title. Now I'm starting to see it. He's winning. The crowd loves him. Number one, he's starting to win matches. This wasn't the only match. I mean, he beat Rey Mysterio, and then last week he had a big win. He's starting to get some good momentum going into Money in the Bank. So yeah, I think he's got to be one. If he's not the favorite, he's at least one of the favorites. And I think he has a good chance of leaving on Saturday with the briefcase. But
no spoilers.
No, yeah, but we'll see. We'll see. I think it'll. Yeah. I do like what they're doing with LA Knight, and it's about time. And I hope that he shows out because I do like the guy. We talked about NXT name changes. When he came up to the main roster, he was Max Dupree, and the manager of the Maximum Male Models who are no longer even there anymore. I don't even know what happened to him. But
I don't know. Yeah.
But yeah, I mean that was a good decision from Triple H going back to LA Knight with him, and his only match on pay-per-view this year has been against Bray Wyatt, and we all know how that turned out. He got buried by The Undertaker. Whether people will agree with that or not, he got buried by The Undertaker at Raw 5000 or whatever Raw it was, Raw 30. And so, yeah, I mean, he's rebounded well, and I think his time is coming. And
I agree.
If it's not at Money in the Bank, it's going to be shortly thereafter.
I agree. All right. Well, WWE was kicking it. They had a great SmackDown. We touched on 2. Let's go to. Oh no, you got one more. Let's go. You got one more.
Yeah, just the. We had the Usos, the Bloodline.
I was about to say. I looked at my notes and I was like, no, we got one more thing.
Yeah, the Bloodline is officially broken up? Question mark. And I wrote that in my notes because
Civil War is. I don't know. The Avengers ended up getting back together. I don't know.
I know. That's the weird thing. That's like if that's what they're playing off of, then. Yeah, we had Captain America: Civil War, then we had Avengers Endgame, and that all got back together after everybody, almost died.
Yeah,
Thanos snapped his fingers, but they came out in the We the One shirt, number one.
Yeah, 2 different colors too, right? Weren't they rocking like a red and white? They were like promoting it.
That's how you're able to tell them apart now. Jimmy wears Jay wears the white shirt and Jay wears the black shirt, or Jay wears the white shirt and Jimmy wears the black one. But
remember, Jay's in the crop top.
Yeah,
that's how I know that.
This week he had full sleeves and everything too.
He did. Yeah.
But then they had the they attacked. Solo Sikoa, was in a bad mood, obviously because his brothers are feuding with him, and he Samoan Spike Ridge Holland in the backstage, and Paul Heyman looked baffled that he did that, and he called Roman Reigns like, okay. That was weird.
So over that. I know Roman Reigns. Like,
yeah, first of all, you
just watch. Like, yeah, I don't.
I know. Like,
that wasn't like a secret meeting. That was on live TV.
He's watching at home. Like, yeah. But anyway, and then Sheamus comes out and cuts a promo saying that he's going to wrestle Solo Sikoa later on in the night because you don't mess with the Brawling Brutes, and if you want a bleeding fight, I'll give you a bleeding fight. Which was I thought he did a good job in that match. That match was fire. Sheamus is unbelievable in the ring, so underrated, so unappreciated, and the fact that he hasn't gotten his Grand Slam championship yet is baffling to me. But he put on a good match against Solo Sikoa, and then after the match, the Usos came out and they hit Solo with the super kicks, and then they throw the ones up, and I'm like, what do you guys do? Like, why are we throwing the ones up? Like, we're supposed to be against Roman Reigns. We're supposed to be feuding with the tribal chief, the guy that you're acknowledging when you throw the ones up. So in their promo, they did say that they still love Roman Reigns, they still love Solo Sikoa, but Paul Heyman's the biggest snake of them all. He's the one that sits back and watches all this stuff happen and manipulates everybody. So I think maybe they are genuinely, they don't want to be doing this, but they feel like they have to. So maybe that's why they're still doing all this. But this was a filler episode for the Bloodline. Roman Reigns comes back on Friday, and I think the story will pick up then. And then, of course, we'll see what happens at Money in the Bank. But this was certainly a filler episode. But Yeah, I was just baffled that they're still throwing the ones up when they're feuding with the guy, and then they're wearing the We the One shirts, and they're saying they still love the Uso. They still love their cousin. They still love their brother. So are the bloodline breaking up? Are they going to get back together? I don't know. We'll see.
I agree with you. I was confused by that too. I always thought the one was acknowledgement, right? And it's like the Usos were throwing up the ones when they were doing the, Uso Penitentiary. And that was the weirdest thing too, is they came out to like their OG music. They were doing like the Uso Penitentiary. They did all those lines. Lockdown. But then they were doing the, the ones. He did the whole like, the bloodline is, and then Jimmy was like, no, Jay, it's, the Usos are in your city. Like, it was just I don't know. I was confused too. And with the whole, like, I love Roman and I love makes me kind of think, okay, we go in there. If they lose, which, we'll go into predictions, are they going to go back to Roman and them? Is this really a civil war? Is it just one match? And I have no idea what's going on. Is Roman going to turn and be babyface and say, you know what, you guys are right. I'll respect you now. I mean, there's so much that can happen after this match. They double kick Solo, which I thought was weird. That's their little bro. I mean, dang, got to take two of them to beat up their little bro, huh? But it was, and I also thought it was weird that they brought up Paul. It's not like Paul Heyman has been anything. Like, no, that's what I mean. It's not like he was like some kind of like, like he was like manipulating them all the way up until, or telling Roman like, hey, Roman, like, kick Jay out or betray Jimmy or trick him. Like, I don't know where all this hate for, like, I get Jimmy or Jay was saying he didn't like him or whatever. I get that. But now all of a sudden, like, it's all Paul's fault. It was a really weird line to say. But other than that, I mean, SmackDown was still good. It just needed to continue the storyline. We're going to get probably everything at Money in the Bank, or at least knowing where we're going from here. So I was okay with it. It did what it needed to do. It confused me, but maybe that's what it wanted to do. Yeah,
maybe that's what they wanted.
Yeah, I'm not going to crap on this storyline anymore because it's the best storyline ever. So I'll let them do their damn thing and go from there.
Yeah, but I just thought the promo felt a little, I don't know. I feel like the crowd didn't really click with the Usos very well either. They didn't get much of a reaction. So maybe that had something to do with it. It just kind of everything just felt flat this week with the Usos.
I agree. Adjust my chair over here. All right, let's get into Raw, baby. Monday Night Raw. Raw is War. Remember those days?
Oh yeah. Yeah, of course. And then you had Raw Zone and War Zone.
Dude, remember that?
From 10 to 11 was War Zone.
Yeah. I want to talk about, what I'm going to open up with, baby.
Of course.
It's Raw, baby. And you know what I'm talking about. I got the shirt on. I got the hat on. I got to talk about, I am the president of his fan club, so I got to discuss him. Let's talk about the best thing happening in wrestling today. You heard it here. Dom, baby. Dominic Mysterio. He opened up with his fine mommy, Rhea Ripley. They opened up, a bunch of boos. They were already standing up there. I love that it opened up with them. And I love this time that Rhea decided to speak for him. I thought it was cool that whenever Dom couldn't do his lines because he getting booed so much, he got to like whisper in her ear for her to say the lines. And she was getting booed. And then she did that one line where she was like, oh, now you're going to boo me now? And they were like, no, mommy. And they like stopped. They're like, nah, your thing, baby. We'll just keep booing Dom. But they let him do his lines. Cody came out, tried to talk his mess and whatever else. And they went away. I thought it was an awesome opening with them. We then got Dom again backstage with Adam Pearce. Probably the worst boss in history of bosses. Basically, you just got to go to that guy and tell him what you're going to do, and he's just going to cave. Dom was like, I want a match tonight. And they're like, okay. And I'm going to pick. And he's like, okay. Who are you going to pick? Well, I'll tell you what I want to. Okay. Adam Pearce is like literally a pup. Like, I don't understand. You can literally put anybody there. Yeah. They can do the same exact thing.
But he picks and chooses, too. That's the weird thing.
Yeah.
We had Bianca Belair. He's like, I got to bar you from ringside because I can't have anything happen to you. And it's like, but what?
It's because he's a racist. If you haven't noticed, Adam Pearce is a racist.
And whenever the African American,
he's like, nope, you shut up and listen to me. But everybody else, I'll do what they say.
He fired Bobby Lashley too.
Remember?
So, yeah.
Remember Bobby Lashley bumped into somebody. He's like, "You're out of here." And
But Cody Rhodes can beat up officials to get to Brock Lesnar. And no punishment whatsoever.
I literally think beat up Adam Pearce next week, and he was like, "It's okay as long as you're not Bobby Lashley or Bianca Belair." But anyway, we'll get into those mysteries later.
That's another episode.
And then who did Dom pick? He probably picked the baddest man on the planet minus himself. He picked Tozawa to wrestle, and boy did people give this dude so much crap on the mic, so much crap, but I thought he killed it. Mr. Carmella himself, Corey Graves, killed it. I thought he did such a good job on pushing Tozawa as like this like force to be reckoned with. Homeboy, what do they call him? KD? What's his name? KD, right? The other announcer, KD is what he calls him?
Kevin Patch, KP.
KP. KP was like, Tozawa, I don't want to bring him down. And Corey Graves like, you better not bring him down. This was a great, I can't believe that Dom's even going to wrestle this guy before he wrestles. Corey Graves he's becoming a gem. He's becoming pretty good. He's got a mustache like me. He's doing his thing. He's banging a pretty hot chick who's now pregnant. He's doing his, spreading his seed. But the match I thought was pretty good. Tozawa got a lot in. And Dom, I don't know why people crap on his frog splash. His frog splash is a thing of beauty. He delivered it perfectly. Hit him with it, got the pin. I love Rhea Ripley on the side too. Every time Dom gets punched, clothesline, body, Rhea's like so, every pin 1-2, she's like so scared and frightened. And then when he wins, she's like all about it. They're hugging. And I wanted to bring up really quick too, when Cody was calling him, he's like, okay, go run to your mommy or mommy's little boy or whatever. Go ahead, mommy's little boy. And Dom looked at mommy and went, I am mommy's little boy. I don't know if you caught it, but he whispered to her saying like, I am mommy's little boy. Like, I don't come up with a better diss, Cody. Like, of course I'm mommy's little boy. Who you don't want to be. But Dom is just pumping on all cylinders. And then he got the last laugh again on Cody Rhodes, which makes me a little worried with my predictions. But I thought it was a hell of a Dom night. Got the wins, open up the show, got the push. He's wrestling Cody freaking Rhodes, probably the second biggest wrestler in WWE right now. How much more can I push this dude, Shooting Star? Am I wrong about him? Is he money? Is he getting better every single week? The booze, his mic work, his wrestling ability. It's just, dude is, look who his dad is, obviously.
Yeah, he is. And the cool thing too is, like you said it, like look at who his dad is, Rey Mysterio, but his dad has never been a heel, and Dominic is like, so he didn't really have to learn. He didn't learn this from his dad. He learned this from the Judgment Day and Finn Balor and Rhea Ripley and even Edge and some of the other heels that were in WWE at the time. And yeah, he's killing it and he's getting better and better each week. He is I love the pick of Tozawa. I thought that was because, especially after Cody Rhodes didn't pick him last week.
He was flexing like, pick me.
Yeah, he was like, I'm your man.
Yeah.
And Cody Rhodes was like, yeah, bro, no, I'm not picking him. There's a lot about Cody Rhodes. And
thank you. What kind of baby face are you, right?
Yeah. Like he just like completely ignored him and went to KO and Sammy. Like, come on, dude. So, but I thought it was a good pick by Dominic. I like Tozawa. He can go in the ring. He's underrated in the ring, but he is he's the guy that he lost to Rhea Ripley too when Rhea was wrestling men. And it's the Bloodline or the Judgment Day. They're the perfect group for Dominic Mysterio to be a part of. Every time he touches the microphone, he gets booed. He's a heat magnet. He's getting better in the ring. He will be most improved wrestler by the end of this year. And I think he was last year for us when we did our year-end awards, but I think he's going to do it again. He might even be most valuable. I don't know, because there hasn't been a heel like him in the WWE. Even Roman doesn't get the heat that he gets. Nope. Unless he was in like Montreal. Montreal Roman got this kind of heat. Not every other week Roman when he's there. He doesn't get the heat that Dominic gets. And it's a thing of beauty, and he's getting better and better with handling it. And you can tell at first it was bugging him, and it was he was getting annoyed by it, but now he's embracing it and is making it part of his character, and I'm loving it.
I agree. Well said.
But yeah, I want to talk. Speaking of the Judgment Day, we kind of touched on this a little bit, but the Money in the Bank or the main event, Cody Rhodes and Damian Priest. Why did this match happen? I do not understand why WWE booked themselves into this match when it didn't need to happen, because you can't have Cody Rhodes lose, obviously, because he's going up against Dominic, and I don't think Cody has lost on Monday Night Raw yet. Since he's come back. Even on SmackDown, I don't think he's lost. And then Damian Priest is getting ready to go into the Money in the Bank ladder match, and he didn't even get to interact with Logan Paul and all those guys last week. This week, you still wouldn't have known that he's in the ladder match based on all the interactions that all the other contestants had and the competitors had. And then he's wrestling Cody Rhodes in the main event, and he loses. And I feel like Damian, who had all this momentum coming off of Backlash and with the match with Bad Bunny and the build to it and everything that he did in that whole thing, he's starting to lose his momentum. And now he is getting the LA Knight treatment that we were complaining about just a few minutes ago, where he was losing all these unnecessary matches. I think this is like his third or fourth loss in a row on Monday Night Raw. I mean, he lost to Seth Rollins a few weeks ago, and last week he lost, and this week he's losing to Cody Rhodes. And I don't know, like, it's hard. And if he wins Money in the Bank, and I still hope he does, and I hope he cashes in on Finn Balor, but it's going to be hard for me to take him seriously as a legit threat to the world title because of how he's been booked. And I don't think this match really should have happened at all. He could have gone against anybody else. Cody Rhodes could have, and he could have proven his point by getting a big win. And then you have him and Dominic stare each other down at the end or something to close it out. I don't think he needed to sacrifice Damian Priest to sell this pay-per-view match with Dominic and Cody.
Well said, especially because Dom got a win. Rhea's dominating.
Yeah.
Finn got a win, which we'll talk about with you next. And we got Priest, who's supposed to be the enforcer, technically, the Solo Sikoa of the Judgment Day.
Yeah.
And he's taking an L Cody. Like,
Clean.
Clean. No help, no nothing. No, like, Dom trying to interfere and cost it for him. No, nothing. Just, and why? Damian was my favorite going into the Money in the Bank, and now I just feel like he's being forgotten. Which is sad because he was supposed to be the fan favorite in Triple H and Vince McMahon's world. I mean, he should be. I have his shirt too. I have actually officially now. I just got my Finn Balor shirt, so I have every Judgment Day shirt, and you'll see them all. Don't worry, it's all about the Judgment Day, baby. But it's just
probably gonna break up now.
Yeah, 100%. Because they got all their shit. They're like, all right, here's your money thrown away, MWO. But like, it's just disappointing to see him take it. And I read online everybody praising it, saying like, oh, this is the definition of taking a L, but still getting put over, and because he was so dumb. Not when you're just taking L after. If he was winning all the time and then he took this L, I would see that. I would understand that. But he didn't. And he's, like you said, he's not even being talked about in the Money in the Bank. He's not being talked about at all. Unless they're going to surprise us and give him the win, and then we're all forgotten, maybe. But I don't see where they're going with this. And poor Damian Priest, because he deserves better. And we were talking about this, I think, on the podcast last time, is that, I mean, the dude could be a champ right now. So
yeah. I would love it.
And he could be the guy, other than Finn. So, and Finn could be a champ right now. I mean, I just feel like everyone in Judgment Day right now could be the champ. They're all pumping on all cylinders. Like, literally, if even Dom, any of them became the champ, I think no one could dispute it. They're all so over right now. So it's sad to see Damian take this out. Yeah, even if it is Cody Rhodes, like, just don't have them wrestle. This whole
that's exactly right.
Yeah, matches that shouldn't have happened. So this was one of them.
Yeah, especially on the go home show of a big pay-per-view. I mean, this is, you have SmackDown on Friday, and he could theoretically show up there and make his presence known with LA Knight and the rest of the guys. But
there's no draft anymore. You can do what you want.
I mean, he can go. Yeah, LA Knight was on Raw just a couple weeks ago, but it's just, you wouldn't have even known he's in this match, and I'm not digging this. I feel sorry for Damian Priest. I don't remember the last time he got a big win on TV because he lost to Bad Bunny too. But
Yeah, he won a couple after, like on Raw or whatever, but nothing to.
Yeah, he's just getting that poorly booked.
I agree,
which is sad. It's really sad.
Is.
So
yeah,
but yeah, this match did not need to happen at all. They could have gone about it a different way.
Well, we got 2 more matches that shouldn't have happened. I'm going to start.
Yeah,
let's go with Gunther versus Sami Zayn. Now, matches shouldn't have happened, not because it was a bad match, because all the 3 matches we're going to talk about were all good matches.
Oh yeah,
it's kind of like an AEW Dynamite where it's all good matches, but why did they happen? What was the point? Gunther and Sami Zayn. I have to, for one, let me just talk about once again the treasures that are Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens. Holy cow, are they great? They're backstage promos where, you know, Kevin Owens was confused on whether he should like Riddle or not, or be angry. And Sammy's like, no, we like Riddle. He's like, okay, we like Riddle.
He's our friend.
Yeah. Bad for his ankle. Like, he's our friend. How dare, like, it's hilarious. And then he went back on the announcing table during Sammy's match, talking about how he didn't like Riddle, and then Riddle came and saved it. It's just like, it's just really good booking with them. Kevin Owens is just, the thing that's working with him right now is that he's just being what fans are thinking. And one of the best points of this is that during the Gunther Sami Zayn match, he brought up multiple times on how all Gunther does is slap. And there was a part where Gunther was like staring him down. And he's like, what are you going to do? Slap me in the chest? You're going to slap Sammy again? Keep slapping. Slap, slap, slap. We'll get up from it. It hurts, but we'll get up from it. I just loved it that he's like mocking him, that all he does is that. But at the same time,
he's kind of right.
Yeah, he is. 100% he's right.
Yeah.
But Gunther might be the most entertaining wrestler right now in his matches. Tell me a bad Gunther match. This dude wrestles all different styles, all different people, almost weekly, and delivers fun. I'm excited for Gunther Riddle. Like, his matches are, he wrestled KO, banger. Sheamus, banger. Zayn, banger. Ricochet, banger. He's going to wrestle Riddle. I guarantee it'll be a banger. Who had Gunther wrestled? He wrestled someone else other than him. I'm missing someone. Everyone Gunther. And the other thing, too, is that, holy cow, I don't want to take away from Seth Rollins, because he's doing this thing right now, too, and I loved his outfit this week. I would totally rock that outfit and look good in it. But Gunther, I feel like the IC title is the most important belt in WWE right now. I'm going to say it. Like, that belt feels so important. People want it. People are fighting for it. People want to rip Gunther's heart out. They like Indiana Jones coming out this Thursday. Check it out. I'm excited. Yeah. Heck, I've been rewatching them all right now. So I just watched Temple of Doom with the ripping hearts out. Like, Gunther is just that dude, man. He is money. Sami Zayn is money. This match was money, but it shouldn't have happened because Sami shouldn't have taken an L. Gunther shouldn't be beating the tag team champions back-to-back weeks before they go and defend their tag team titles at Money in the Bank, or sorry, Friday Night SmackDown next week. It was just a weird booking in that aspect. Sami's, why not have like an interference or a DQ in some way? But just to keep it fair, I mean, Gunther can't take an L, but Sami can't be taking L's. I mean, Sami literally wrestled Roman and lost due to cheating, but now, you know, he's struggling against Gunther. Weird stuff, but everything else was magical. A+ for everything else other than the booking of them wrestling. So
yeah, the everything about it was great. The build, the commentary, the fact that Imperium was doing a backstage interview, and KO
Baldy came out with the cane.
Yeah. And then KO and Sami came up on them, and they're like, "Oh, you see how it feels? You like this, huh? You like this?"
Yes, I forgot that. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's all of it was good. And yeah, Kevin Owens is just, he's saying what we're all thinking. And I never realized that all Gunther does is slap until Kevin Owens mentioned it. And now it's one of those things, now that you see it, you can't unsee it. And I'm like, man, he's right. That's all he really does is chop. But it's still also entertaining, and he's still so good in the ring that, you know, I'm not dogging it at all. It's just something to pick up on. But you know, like you said, though, the booking of this was weird because Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn just got a big win over the biggest superstar in maybe all of wrestling, in Roman Reigns right now, at Night of Champions in the main event. And now you're having Gunther beat Kevin Owens one week and then Sami Zayn the next week when these guys just beat Roman Reigns. Like, I don't know. I mean, yeah, Roman didn't take the pin, but they still got the win over Roman in that tag team match. So I don't like the booking of this. And this is another situation where they didn't really need to do this match. And, you know, Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn are getting ready to defend their tag team titles, and they have no momentum going into it with Pretty Deadly. And maybe that's what they want us to think. And then they put like, is Imperium going to get involved in that match? I highly doubt it. They haven't gotten involved in any of this stuff so far. So I don't know. I don't like these odd booking decisions that WWE was doing.
I agree.
And then the last odd booking decision, up until the was Carmelo Hayes. And I loved how they presented Carmelo Hayes. I like that he had a backstage interview. They gave him a video package to the fans that don't know NXT
and don't watch. Video packages or just one?
I think they did give him two.
I felt like I had two, but my Hulu was all messed up after I recorded.
Yeah, they gave him. I think they gave him one like right before his match, and then they had another one during his little segment with Seth Rollins and stuff. So, they were booking him like a star, and I like that they did the video packages to remind the fans of who Carmelo Hayes is in case you don't watch NXT, because not everybody, NXT is really watched by the hardcore wrestling fans. It's not for the casuals that may watch, and so some people may not know who Carmelo Hayes is, and this was a good reminder to show them who exactly he is and how he don't miss, and he is him in a world of thems. He is him, and it was all great.
Love it. Yeah,
until the match with Finn Balor. And the match with Finn Balor was, which I thought should have closed the show, but Cody and Damian Priest closed the show. But this match, it was a banger of a match. Do not get me wrong. Carmelo Hayes, he delivered. He brought it. He didn't look nervous at all to be on the Monday Night Raw roster. He didn't look. He looked like he belonged. He looked like a stud in the ring. But he's wrestling Baron Corbin tonight on NXT for the NXT title, and Carmelo Hayes lost clean. He lost clean to Finn Balor, who's wrestling Seth Rollins at Money in the Bank for the World Heavyweight Championship. So you couldn't have had Baron Corbin, who's been running all over SmackDown, getting his ass kicked by Cameron Grimes and beating up various people, whoever he sees, he's getting his ass kicked on the main roster, dominating on NXT. But he can't make an appearance on Monday Night Raw and interfere and give us a reason to watch on Tuesday night.
Thank you.
To say, hey, okay, I got to watch this tomorrow night now, because this guy is the reason that Carmelo Hayes lost, and now we're gonna have a pissed off Carmelo Hayes on NXT. But no, we got nothing. And it's just WWE. They treat NXT like it's its own separate universe. And, I bet they won't even mention that Carmelo Hayes took a loss to Finn Balor on NXT tonight. They'll talk about him being on Raw, but they won't talk about the fact that he lost, which makes no sense. And I'm not dogging the outcome of the match. I think Finn Balor should have won,
100%.
and because he has to win. You can't have him losing before he goes to a pay-per-view, which may main event or be the co-main event of the show. But Carmelo Hayes losing clean in his debut that way when he's about to defend his title to Baron Corbin on NXT the next night. You could have had Baron Corbin come out and set something up. So I didn't like it for that reason.
Yeah, I agree fully. And this was another, why did they wrestle? And this was a good example too of Carmelo Hayes. If he wasn't wrestling tonight it already happened, but my time it hasn't happened yet. But tonight for the title, then this was a good loss. This was a good L for him. Carmelo had a good L, but you're wrestling Baron Corbin. Why not have him interfere? Why not? That would have taken nothing from Finn Balor to have Baron Corbin come out and trip him up or do something. And this was too, I don't know if it's going to happen or not. I don't know who won or who lost. You might be looking into it right now. But here's my thing is that it really feels like win or lose that Carmelo was coming to the big show, because we talked about this before. He was already showcased on Raw before. This isn't the first time. Now he's getting showcased again. He had highlights. He wrestled. This is definitely a let's move Carmelo win, who, although I do want Baron to win because I do love Baron, I love Carmelo just as much. You know this. I have shirts. I've been praising him on TikTok for months. And Carmelo is that guy, but he deserves better. All he needed to do was win the belt so he can have that belt once, and now he can move on. He's ready for the big show. Dude is so good. And he got NXT chance by the crowd. So that just shows that the crowd at least knows who Carmelo Hayes is. Yeah. But I want to talk about the other man that wrestled, and that is Finn Balor. This dude cut a money promo, not in the ring. It was like a pre-recorded promo with him just talking about his career, what happened when he got injured against Seth, but still beat him, and their path back to where they are today. Got me kind of maybe changing my mind on my prediction coming up soon. It was a really why put all that work and time and effort if you're going to have him job to Seth Rollins? It was a really in-depth promo. He looked good. Kind of made me think, okay, maybe we will get Seth got the comeuppance on him at the end, technically. I mean, he ran him off, and usually the last guy to get the comeuppance is the guy who, loses. I don't know. We'll get there, but I want to agree with you. It's an A+ match, a match but that shouldn't have happened, though, because Carmelo shouldn't have taken the L, especially if he did lose on NXT, because now he's taking like a double L. But is what it is, though, and hopefully Carmelo goes, and Finn Balor looked better, and I guess that's all that, using NXT to make Finn look better. So
I love the promo from Finn. I thought maybe this is what he was trying to say a few weeks ago when the crowd wouldn't stop singing Seth Rollins' song. Because he was talking about 7 years ago and what happened, and but he couldn't get anything out. And I love the passion that he showed. I love the way that they shot it. With him looking down the whole time and him not looking at the camera. I thought all of that was well done.
And it was dark and it was beautiful.
Yeah, and I like that. Again, it goes long-term storytelling, WWE telling. I mean, this is something that happened 7 years ago, and it was a little thing, but he was saying that the reason why he wants Seth Rollins now is because after Finn relinquished the title, Seth Rollins came out and laughed at him, and he's like, I haven't forgotten that, and the reason why I'm bitter is because you made me bitter, and I'm coming after you. Like it was all well done, and it was perfect, and I love long-term storytelling, and I feel like doesn't get any more long-term than talking about something that happened 7 years ago. And I'm excited about this match. And that promo almost makes me want to change what I think is going to happen on Saturday. So I can't wait.
And speaking of that, it's our segment time, man. And I am super, what's our segment?
Do we know what time it is? Do we know what? Oh, wait.
Prediction time.
What time is it? Prediction time. What time is it?
Love it. It's prediction time with two dudes with attitudes. Let's go, as Mario would say. And I'm like, this might be, minus WrestleMania, one of the most excited I've been about a pay-per-view, man. I'm telling you. I'm really pumped about it. I know there's only 6 fights, and we were talking about that. Why not throw the men's tag team when there's only 6 matches on it? But holy cow, man, I'm pumped about almost every single one of these matches, dude. When Roman Reigns it'll probably still be the main event, but technically not even a title, match. It is pretty interesting. So we got 13 minutes. Let's run through this. This is the most time we've had for a prediction.
We've got time.
Look at that. We weren't over talking today. I love it.
I know.
Killing it. All right, what should we start? You know what? Let's start with my boy. Let's start with Cody Rhodes versus Dom, or as you like to call him, Dominic Mysterio. This is you. Let's go. First up, let's see. We're timing it, and I'm winning right now.
Okay.
What are you gonna do? You gonna try to match me up so you don't fall behind? What are you gonna do here?
Yeah, I got some catching up to do. Our scoreboard has you at 17, and I'm at 16. From Night of Champions and our AEW
and NXT.
Nothing. Yeah, that's true. So we, but no, Dominic Mysterio is winning this match, and it's going to be because of Brock Lesnar. They're not going to have a pay-per-view in London, one of their biggest places of the year. Although he didn't wrestle in Clash of the Castle last year in London, but they're not going to have one of their biggest shows of the year with no Brock Lesnar on it, and they're going to set up Brock versus Cody 3 at SummerSlam, and that's going to end it. But Brock Lesnar's going to cost Cody Rhodes this match.
Dude, we're like eye for an eye on this one. 100%. I agree. They want Brock to come out. He'll come out. No chance Dominic is losing. Cody can take the L by cheating, and that sets up Cody versus Brock at SummerSlam. I'm going with it. Dom all day. Next up, championship. All right, you ready?
Let's
go. Let's do Gunther versus Matt Riddle for the IC Championship. The Ring General versus KO's friend. You ready? Who you got?
Yeah, this match is going to be maybe match of the night. 'Cause I think because, like you said, I mean, Gunther, he brings it. There's never been a bad match. It's going to be a banger. I have no doubt about it. But Matt Riddle is not leaving with the Intercontinental Championship. Not in London. Not right now. Not after everything he just went through with his personal problems. They're not going to reward him with a title. Gunther is retaining. He's not dropping this. He's not ending this year-long IC title reign. They keep mentioning how he's so close to The Rock and he's so close to all these other long-term Intercontinental champions that he's about to have the longest reign of all time. It's not ending to Matt Riddle.
He's not on a train, not on a plane. He won't eat green eggs and ham anywhere. There's no chance that Matt Riddle's winning this match.
Green eggs and
ham. Yeah. I'm gonna oh, he will have that before he wrestles.
Yeah, Riddle,
but yeah, for sure. I won't. I was gonna say Cody Rhodes is more of a match of the night and Dominic than this, I would say, but I'm gonna go with men's Money in the Bank is probably gonna steal the show, but I'm gonna go obviously Gunther due to chop until Matt Riddle gets bent in half. Let's go the women's tag team championship. We're 2 for 2 right now. We got Ronda Rousey and Shayna Baszler versus the returning Liv Morgan and her cute little butt and Raquel Rodriguez. Who you got?
Ronda and Shayna. I mean, I need to say no more.
Yeah,
I do want to say that I thought WWE yet again they telegraphed the return of Liv Morgan on this episode of Raw, because they said Raquel Rodriguez is out here at ringside, and she lost with her partner Liv Morgan, and they never technically lost. They had to relinquish them due to injury to Liv Morgan. Like they kept saying Liv Morgan's name. And then all of a sudden, Liv Morgan comes out, and it's like, okay, like you.
Not only that, but Raquel was like, "I'm gonna wrestle you guys with my partner."
Yeah,
who's your partner? My partner. You ain't have no friends. My partner. You'll never have a partner. Well, my partner. It was like 8 times. I'm like, dude.
In her defense, she's had Aaliyah as her partner. Yeah. She had Mia Yim as her partner. She had, I don't know, me as her partner. Like
she were once. I like that match. Yeah,
she had some good partners, but yeah. So maybe that's why Shayna Baszler was confused as to like who's your partner this time?
Right. I'm going Ronda armbar Raquel until it falls off. Hopefully,
so break it again for like the 19th time.
Yeah, back flex or whatever she's doing. All right, let's go into Seth freaking Rollins versus my man Finn Balor, the Demon himself, for the World Heavyweight Championship. Good luck with this prediction, my man. It seems obvious, but is it?
Finn's promo almost made me want to change my mind. And what I want to see happen is, of course, Damian Priest wins Money in the Bank. Finn Balor beats Seth Rollins. Damian Priest cashes in Money in the Bank either that night or on Raw. So it's similar to what happened 7 years ago, where Finn Balor has to relinquish the title the next night after winning it so soon. But it's too soon to take it off Seth Rollins. I think Seth is going to win. He just won it at Night of Champions. This will be his first major PLE Premium Live Event title defense. He's had a couple of matches with Braun Breaker. He's had some great matches with Damian Priest, but this is his first real defense on a major stage, and I don't think they're going to have him lose so soon. So I'm going to say Seth Rollins retains. But what I want is Finn Balor to win and Damian Priest cashes in.
All right, here's the beginning of my, other than Roman and Solo versus the Usos, here's my wild card picks here. And I'm going 3 underdogs straight up from here on out, other than that match. I'm going Finn Balor winning. I think Seth won it just so he can have that title, carry it, give it a nice little start. He didn't win the Universal first, so I think this was like a give it back, and I think he's going to go take some time off, do some matches, and get Becky Lynch pregnant again. I think this is Finn Balor to win, and I
hope so.
And I'm not picking Damian to win later. I think this is the beginning of Judgment Day shining bright. I think Damian will lose in his thing, but he'll get some push after this. I think Dom's going to win. I think with Rhea being I think this is Everyone thinks they're breaking up. I think Triple H is about to pull it up under us, which he loves to do. I think this is the beginning of Judgment Day, and I think Finn Balor is going to dominate this. That's if they had a kid. I think Finn Balor is going to dominate it, be that main guy with Rhea. I think this is the beginning of something beautiful. So
I hope so.
I'm saying I'm right. I'm going to do underdogs the rest of the way other than this match. Roman Reigns and Solo versus the ones, the Usos. All right, who's winning? This should be an easy one, right? Should be.
You would think. Okay, I'm going. The Usos are going to win. I think Roman Reigns. Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah. I think Roman Reigns and Solo take another L, similar to what happened at Night of Champions. And this is how we get to Roman versus Jay at SummerSlam. I think the Usos have to win. They have to get some momentum back, and then they could play the whole. You see, we beat you, so you really must need us. You need us in your corner. You didn't have us in your corner this time, and look what happened. It cost you. So I think the Usos are going to get the win.
All right, I want the Usos to win this Bloodline Civil War in theaters near you Saturday, but I got to go Roman and Solo. Roman took the L last time. Solo, I can't see it happening. I'm going to do Roman. Solo getting the win. No idea where this is going because I couldn't predict a Bloodline.
I know that's
segment if my life was on the line.
Probably
so I've been predicting it wrong
count out or something.
Yeah, I've been predicting this wrong for 2 years now. So I'm not going to start now. All right, we got 2 Money in the Banks, and I gotta say these are the 2 most unpredictable Money in the Banks in the history of Money in the Banks. Let's start with the women's. We got, I think, 4 out of the 6 women could win. And none of us can say anything about it. So we got Selena Vega versus Zoe Starks versus Becky Lynch versus Io Sky versus Bayley versus the God, Trish Stratus. I think minus Zoe Stark and Bayley, hopefully neither of those are your picks. Any of these women could win minus them. I think it's anyone can go. I told you I'm doing wild cards the rest of the way. Who you got? Don't let me judge. Don't let me miss. I mean, who you got? Who you got? Let's go. You're going to say Becky Lynch, aren't you? Who you got?
No, I'm gonna say Io Sky. I think she is.
Oh, I like it.
I think she is. She's been booked solid, and I think they've been giving her big wins. She's been booked really solid. They're teasing the breakup of Damage Control. Yet another faction's on the verge of breaking up, and now the Dakota Kai's not there with her injury. I think this is the perfect time to go away from Damage Control and have Io Sky maybe cost Bayley. I see Lita coming out in this match and costing Trish Stratus for her attack. And they don't ever have a one-on-one match, but this is how Lita gets her revenge on Trish. I see Becky Lynch and Zoe Starks and Trish Stratus focusing on each other the whole time. And so I'm torn between Zelina Vega and Io Sky winning the briefcase, but I'm going to go Io Sky.
You know what? I was all Zelina Vega up until my girl got put into it. I'm going to do it. I'm biased. I'm going to go
for it.
Wild cards the rest of the way. I'm going to pick Thank You, Trish. Trish Stratus herself. She deserves it. The only thing she's never won. She's won my heart. She's won the championships. She's won the Hall of Fame. She's won speaking of Indiana Jones, she drank that fountain of youth. The girl looks like she's 22 years old and she's like 50. She's doing something right. I'm going to go Trish Stratus, and I'm going to go Becky Lynch takes it from her at SummerSlam. I'm going to go that. I'm going to go she wins it, and Becky takes it from her. And that's what I'm going with. So.
See, I'm thinking Trish Stratus gets close, and that's when Lita comes out and knocks the ladder down.
I see that too, but they didn't just put Trish in this for nothing, so it's got to be.
Yeah.
All right.
I wouldn't hate that. There's 4 good options there.
I agree.
I mean, all 6 could. I mean, theoretically, and this could be the rebuild of Bayley. Zoe Stark could climb up the ranks. So, I mean, all 6 of them are good picks. But
I agree.
I think there's 4 realistic picks.
All right. That's the first match of the night. Now let's go to the main event, hopefully. The men's Money in the Bank. We got, once again, I don't know if 4 out of the 7. There's a lot that can win, but let's go. We got Ricochet versus Shinsuke Nakamura versus your boy, LA Knight versus Butch versus Santos Escobar versus Damian Priest versus the man that makes me spend all my money because my son is obsessed with his juice. Or that sounded weird. With his energy drink, his juice, his drink, his prime. I thought that was going to sound weird, but the juice sounded worse. Either way, my son's obsessed with him. Logan Paul himself. Who you got? I told you I'm picking a wild card again. Who you got? This once again, LA Knights to lose, my man.
Yeah, I think it is, but I think he's going to lose. I think I'm going Logan Paul. I think Logan Paul is going to win Money in the Bank. I really do. I think it's perfect marketing opportunity for WWE that he carries that briefcase with him everywhere he goes. He can go off TV for a little bit, and so that way you're not constantly wondering, okay, are they going to cash in tonight? Is he going to cash in today? Is he going to cash in today? I think Logan Paul. They didn't, like you said about Trish Stratus. I don't think they added him to this match for no reason. I mean, he didn't even have to earn his way into this match. I think I think they added him to this to get viewers, and B, to make people want to watch, but also because I think he's going to take it. I think he's going to win, and he's going to carry the briefcase around. It's going to be on his podcast. It's going to be on national TV. It's going to be everywhere. So I think it's a perfect marketing opportunity for WWE, and that's why I think Logan Paul is going to be Mr. Money in the Bank.
I'm so mad he took my pick. I'm going Logan Paul too, baby. I think I told you on TikTok, Dom Fan Club, the Logan Paul Fan Club's coming up next. Let me tell you this. My son is a genius. He ain't never wrong. If there's one thing that Mason don't do,
he don't miss.
Yeah. And he picked Logan Paul. Dude is going, oh yeah, what's up, sup? Mason ain't wrong. I think it's gonna be Logan Paul. I think the same thing. And I was gonna I just bought more shirts again. They're coming in right. I think they just arrived right now at my door. And I gotta say, I waited on the Logan Paul shirt because I was waiting for a Money in the Bank Logan Paul shirt. That one he has a stupid. I want to get a new Logan Paul shirt. I'm telling you, he's gonna win. Will he cash it in? Why not? It doesn't have to be. Why can't he beat Gunther? Why can't he beat Austin Theory? Why can't he beat Seth Rollins? Why? I mean, you never know.
Would we say
man.
no to a Seth Rollins Logan Paul rematch? I wouldn't.
I mean, I'm telling you,
this is how we get to it, and I'm for it. Yeah,
and I'm all for it too because even though he's a part timer, he's not. He's fully committed to wrestling. You can tell he truly loves it, and how good he is in the ring. You can tell he's practicing. He's getting trained by the greatest of all time, Shawn Michaels. So, I mean, dude knows what he's doing. I'm all for it. Good job. We ended on the same note, man.
Yeah.
Same pick.
I think the only one we're different on, you picked Finn Balor, and I picked Seth.
I picked Trish.
Yeah. Yeah, and you picked Trish, and I picked Io Sky.
That's it.
And then you picked Roman and Solo, and I picked the Usos.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so that's 3 out of 6. Actually, we're half and half. All right.
Yeah.
We'll see what happens, y'all.
We'll see who's right. We'll see who's right.
All right. I can't wait. As always, this was WWE Tuesday. We will be back Thursday. Same bat time, same bat channel for AEW. We got a lot to talk about. Collision, Forbidden Door. And we got Dynamite tomorrow night. So I look forward to seeing you all then. Hopefully we're a lot nicer. We'll see. And as always,
torched them last week.
We did. We'll see if we torch them. I don't know. I thought Collision was mid. We'll get there. But anyway, I thought Forbidden Door was mid. We'll get there. Hopefully we don't torch them completely. Maybe Dynamite tomorrow will be good. But yes, keep subscribing. Keep telling your parents about it, your girlfriends, your boyfriends, your whoever else you watch with it. And as always, I'm Mr. MWO. And with me is...
I'm the honorary dude, Shooting Star Press on TikTok. Our socials are right here on the screen. We're on Instagram.
I'm back on Instagram. I'm posting again.
Yeah, I'm posting. I got videos ready to go for tomorrow for TikTok. I'm coming back. Let's do this. But yeah, go rate us and subscribe us. We're also on Apple and Spotify. We're on Twitch. We're on YouTube. I'm trying to get us on Kick. So we're trying to get it. I may create a Facebook page for us to get some more. For more reach,
we're people our age on here.
I know.
Go. Hey, age and our parents. Let's get
do
them
it.
On.
Yeah, I mean, you said anyone who you watch with, bring them on.
Hey, that's who watches. Let's go.
Yeah, but no, yeah, I'm thinking about it, but we'll see. But appreciate everyone's love and support. We're almost at 300 subscribers on YouTube, and we're just getting better and better each week. So keep showing the love.
Our best episode yet, man. Let's go.
I think so.
Pack.
We're out.
Ooh.
Two dudes with attitudes, let's go. Welcome to the pod every Wednesday, back to represent. Two dudes with attitudes, yeah, here comes the main event. Every week it's the dudes from the